Hi, good morning or good afternoon, whenever you're watching. So, hi, my name is Julian, and for this course, I will be guiding you through how to be a real estate virtual assistant. And a real estate virtual assistant is basically being an assistant for a real estate agent, a realtor, broker associate, or a broker. And what exactly do you, why would you choose to become a REVA or a real estate virtual assistant if you're considering to be in the freelancing world? Well, first is you will become part of a growing field. Uh, a real estate in either if you are targeting United States, UK, Australia, or even the Philippines, real estate is a growing business. There is always a huge percentage of people working as a real estate agent. So there is a huge market for you as well as a real estate virtual assistant. Of course, it's a high paying job. If you're working as a freelance, it's always high paying, but working as a real estate virtual assistant, it's pays a lot to work as a VA, especially as a real estate VA, because aside from on top of your uh fixed amount salary with the per hour rate, most of the agent give incentive or bonus when they've closed a sale, you set an appointment, and there's just a lot of opportunities as a reva. Then work remotely and flexibly. Even if you're not a reva, even if you are a bookkeeper, general virtual assistant for an e-commerce, you will always be working remotely because you are offering your service as a freelance, as a remote assistant. So you will be working at home for full time, or even if you're part time, lagi ka lang nasa bahay and nagwo-work ka for someone else while also getting paid a lot. Also, variety of tasks. As a real estate virtual assistant, you will never get bored as long as hindi ka tamad. Kasi as a VA for a real estate agent, there is a lot of different kind of task na mapapabigay sa'yo. It's not like when you work for a corporate job or BPO na you only have a set of things like you call this, you call that, you answer this, you answer that. For a virtual assistant, especially as in real estate, there are different kinds of things you have to do from admin assistance like documentations, social media, appointment setting, lead generation, the legal documentation, and everything in between will be assigned to you as a assistant. And also, with that being said, the variety of tasks, you learn a lot every day. You learn new things along the way, and you'll just never get bored as long as hindi ka talaga tamad and you comprehend properly the instructions of your client. Next is the develop transferable skills. As a real estate virtual assistant, yung mga skills na matututunan mo dito as a VA is very transferable to other industries. For example, as a reva, you work also as a social media manager and strategist, which you can apply to a job if you apply for a marketer or social media manager for different type of industry like e-commerce, influencer sites, and things like that. Also, the organizational skills, the time management, and even the hard skills like the administrative assistant, customer support. It's very transferable and can be applied to any type of industries there is out there. So even if mawalan ka ng client as a Reva and you don't want to go back as a virtual assistant for a real estate a VA, a real estate agent, pwede ka mag-apply to other industry as their virtual assistant because you do have the skills even if you've never worked in that particular uh, industry or job setting. Yeah. All right, so before I start, I want to introduce myself. My name is Julian. I am 21 and I have been an experienced executive virtual assistant in different fields like such as real estate, insurance, tax firms, employment agencies, and also I have been a social media manager and strategist as well as a marketer. And let me see. So in this course, we will be tackling through the task that will be assigned to you as a real estate virtual assistant. First of all, is the basic of real estate, the things that you need to know when it comes to being a virtual assistant for a real estate agent. The real estate processes, because there are different type of processes in real estate. If your client is what do you call it? If your client is representing a seller, a buyer, or both, there are different type of processes in real estate. Database management, of course, real estate agents have their own databases and website that you need to understand how it works. Transaction coordination. Transaction coordination is the facilitating the documentation, the legal documents of a transaction. For example, if the house have a buyer and it's under contract, you will help out the agent to meet the deadlines, to complete the documents, to make sure that all the deadlines are met. Inulit ko lang. And also to make sure that every party involved in the transaction or in the contract is well informed of the due date and the things that they have to do. And then lastly is the cold calling or appointment setting. This is huge in real estate. A lot of clients are hiring for cold callers or appointment setters for their job because they rely heavily on lead generation to get clients. So it's very important that you know how to do cold calling or appointment setting for a real estate industry. All right. So, and then your task as a REVA, like I mentioned, there are different tasks as a real estate VAs, and these are the most common ones. Admin assistance, which includes uh, email management, calendar management, doing follow ups, event management, transaction coordination, like documentations and stuff when a contract is signed. And then we do have the lead generation that includes skip tracing, lead scraping. If you're not familiar with those, it's more like just getting leads for your agent to call or to nurture. Then we have social media management. You will do content creation, content calendar management, marketing strategy, doing engagement, and then customer support via social media. If there are chats that need to be addressed, you will also handle that. Database management or client relation. It means that you have to be able to manage the tool of your client, the CRM that they are using. There are different type of CRM out there. So we do have KV Corp, Keller Williams, just different type, Salesforce. There are a lot of types of CRM, and it will only your expertise will depend on what your client is using as their tool. And then lastly, we have the cold calling and appointment setting. This part is more on dialing cold leads and setting up an appointment for them to meet with your agent, and then the agent will do the rest to close, even if they can close the contract or not. So that will be all for the introduction part. Next video we will be tackling about the basic of real estate.